Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Lydia again. It's February 2021. I hope that 2021 you have had a great start. For me, I have been reading a lot, and as I mentioned in a previous video, working out and also reading books are two things that has totally changed my life. I just really want to share with you one book I just finished. It's called The Future We Choose. So it's a book about climate change and what's the logic behind it and what we can do about it. So this book is a perfect book if you're like somebody like me. I do care about the planet and I do really want to do something, but it's just like sometimes it feels like there are a lot of information out there, not very systematic, or it's just too difficult to understand. So I think this book is where you can start. It's actually co-authored by two people who are behind the Paris Agreement. Cristina Figueres is the UN Executive Secretary for Climate Change between 2010 and 2016, and she was the public face of the Paris Agreement. The other one, Tom Rivett-Carnac, was senior political strategist for the Paris Agreement. That's just their introduction, but anyways, I think this book is better than I expected. I expect a book that will be very scientific or it has a lot of dense knowledge behind it, but it's a good story that they're telling. They first lay out two scenarios in 2050 if we don't do our part as human beings. What could the world looks like in a disastrous mode, like unbearable temperatures and also pollution, and people couldn't find food, that kind of thing. The second scenario that they lay out is much more promising. It's when we do reach the goal that we're setting now, people are doing our part to be part of this biggest moment in probably our life. That world is something that I would love to live in. Like they describe it as, let me read something here. It's in part 1, two worlds. The second scenario is the world we must create. It is 2050. We have been successful at halving emissions every decade since 2020. So in most places in the world, the air is moist and fresh, even in cities. It feels a lot like walking through a forest, and very likely this is exactly what you're doing. The air is cleaner than it has been since before the Industrial Revolution. We have trees to thank for that. They are everywhere. Isn't it exciting? If you think about it, one side of the world is just like unbearable living conditions, and the other side of the world is living in somewhere that's so clean and so nice. It's like walking outdoor everywhere. It feels like these days you just go on a vacation. How great is that? So they lay out these two worlds, and that I think it's a pretty choice that people would choose to live in a world that's better, right? So what we can do to lead ourselves to be there. They lay out the three mindsets that we can equip ourselves for to face this challenge, because it's not easy. It's not like if you don't do anything that would just present to you. We actually have to put on efforts. The three mindsets that they set out in the books are stubborn optimism, endless abundance, and radical regeneration. So I wouldn't spoil it that much. I think you do really want to read it by yourself, and then you can really learn how to do it. And the last part of the book is the action plan. They lay out 10 actions that we can do individually to promote this change and to be part of this greatest generation that actually creates something better for our future. And it's on the back of the book. We can survive the climate crisis, and the book shows us how. So the reason why I want to share this book first is because I think it's a very timely issue that we all need to be part of it. And no matter how small my voice will be, if you can hear my voice and this story can be heard, we can all be part of this great story. As it says in this book, we can together reimagine our place in this world. As human beings, we all have the outraged fortune to be here on this planet at this moment of profound consequence. I took this book just to take those, Instagrammable photos with me the other day when I was out to a trip on Cape D'Agula Marine Reserve. It's the first marine reserve in Hong Kong, designated in 1996. I was so amazed to see how beautiful the nature is. And when I took this book together with me, it almost felt like it has more ways than ever before. I think when we're doing something or when we're choosing to do something, whether it's good for the planet or not, maybe just think of some of the trips that you have taken in the past, that you're out there with the nature. Maybe that will help you better just to make choices for the planet. And just think about in the future whether you still have the choice. Think about 20, 30 years later, what we can achieve as a collective effort and what kind of world that you want your children and future generations to live in. So I hope that I could be part of it, and if you watch this video, you could just get this book no matter in what form. It's only like 100 something pages. It's a very easy read on a very complex subject. I guarantee you wouldn't put it down once you start reading it. And once you finish it, I hope that you can do something about it. I will lay out my own plan about climate change as what it urged us to do at the back of this book, and hope that this book can change some part of your life and also make you a much healthier and positive person. And we all are doing something positive for the society and for the world. Thanks for watching. Next time, I hope I can share more books that I really love with you. The books that have changed my life, the books have changed my mindset, the books have helped me to build up healthier habits. Stay tuned. Bye.